All right, friends. Now with how many days left for the Nintendo Switch 2 launch?
24 days until the release of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Thank you, Paul. Now with 24 days left until the Nintendo Switch 2 is out, in this video, I'm going to finally rank every single game I came across in the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. Mwah. I am Mike Odyssey. If you are excited, hit that like, subscribe, and let's get started. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild, I can proudly say that I skipped these two games because, hey, I've been there. I've done that. I've played these games millions of times. And, well, I did catch a glimpse of them in 4K resolution, and they were amazing. So, automatically, they're S-tiered. Next, let's go with Mario Kart World, which is the only game I played both in handheld mode and 1080p with 120 frames per second and on a beautiful HD OLED screen in 4K, I guess. Playing this game in 4K resolution made every drift and boost feel effortless, and the screen's brightness and colors were so crisp. I could see every detail on Mario's mustache. This is why this game is on S tier. Next, I played Donkey Kong Bonanza, which was in its own station in a beautifully 4K display. Now, for this game, we were allowed to play the beginning of the game, which took place as a tutorial in some mining area, and of course, we made our way to the big island that looks like a Tears of the Kingdom / Mario Odyssey kind of place. It was amazing. I smashed everything. It was beautifully crafted, and I just can't wait to play this game. And therefore, this game is in my A tier. Next up, I played the Nintendo Switch 2's version of Hogwarts Legacy. The demo used a pre-created character who, funny enough, looked exactly like Harry Potter, glasses, messy hair, despite being set, 100 years before the time? So you start learning spells to light the way forward. I can't remember the names of the spells. Oh, Hogwarts Legacy. All I can tell you is that you looked incredible. You sounded amazing. Yeah, the surround sound. And of course, you played magnificently in the Nintendo Switch 2. I played with the Pro Controller, which just enhanced my experience, and I cannot wait to get this version of the game for Nintendo Switch 2, because I know there's a version for Nintendo Switch 1, and I'm sorry for those of you who have to pre-purchase this game, and so it was a tier A, and because you have to pre-purchase it, I have brought it down to tier B. Next, I jumped into Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And one of my favorite things of all is that you are entering a battle that has already begun. There's pew, 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 pew everywhere. All around you, you hear the sounds of battle ongoing. And so when you first arrive, it feels like, hey, I have arrived. Now, it did take me a couple of seconds to get used to the mouse feature because the mouse is super hypersensitive, and so I'm guessing you can adjust it in the settings, but we didn't have that option. But once you're in it, man, you're in it, and it's incredible. The game is amazing. It's filled with so much action and things going on everywhere. You are so immersed, and I was just so in love with Samus and the entire experience there. So I am putting Samus in the A tier. Next, I played Drag X Drive. The game opens up with a tutorial race, guiding you through steering and drifting on a sleek track. The mouse haptic feedback was incredible. I could feel the tire teeth gripping the asphalt, making every single turn intense. Of course, the 4K resolution kept the game looking smooth and buttery fresh. And the game was actually fun, giving me a Nintendo Switch Sports kind of vibe. And I will eventually pick this game up. Let's go ahead and place it on the B tier. Next, I play Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. You start with a pre-created character at night, driving through neon-lit cities with holograms and crowds. It was all running smooth at 4K 120, and the visuals were sharp, so I am putting this game in the A tier. But plot twist, this happens to be the only game from a third-party developer that went all the way and placed their entire game on a physical cartridge for every Nintendo fan. Therefore, I am upgrading this game to S tier. Thank you, CD Projekt, for thinking of the fans and making this possible. We appreciate you. Now, next I played a game that I have not heard yet a lot about online, and it's Civilization 7. It's a PC game that's making its way to Nintendo Switch 2 due to its amazing features using that mouse little thingy, right? So you start in an ancient era, founding your first city near a river and sending scouts to explore nearby hills. Games look great, it was smooth, but I was having this issue with the mouse where the side joystick kept getting in the way, and the side joystick had no functionality when you are using it in mouse mode. It kept messing up the camera, so I had to kind of try to hide my thumb somewhere where it wouldn't mess with it, that it didn't trip on that joystick, and it kind of let my hand kind of looking weird now. Can't even, yeah. I'm not gonna be too harsh on this game. I'll put it in the C tier. Next, I played Hades 2. You start out as Zagreus, sister to the underworld, fighting skeletons in quick sword slashes and magical dashes. The demo's first run introduces basic abilities like fiery projectiles and the 120 frames per second made dodging and attacking super responsive. The art style, dark caves, glowing enemies looked sharp as the sequel, and it felt so familiar from the first one. That's why this game is going in the B tier. And finally, I played Street Fighter 6. Let me tell you, I have not had this much fun since Street Fighter 2. The visuals were incredible. I picked Ryu, we battled, we faded, I won, they let me win, and I loved every second of Street Fighter 6. It's gonna be a day one for me on the Nintendo Switch, and of course, this game deserves an A tier. Now, in the end, no matter what tier each game fell in, I personally cannot believe I was playing them on Nintendo Switch 2. It felt so new and so refreshing, and I was overwhelmed by the experience. So no matter what game you're picking up on launch day, it will shine on a Nintendo Switch 2, both in handheld mode and in dock mode. I can't wait for you all to experience Nintendo Switch 2 in just a couple of weeks. And subscribe to join the countdown to June 5th. Never give up and journey on. Peace.